guys, Autumn here today to do my January 2019 week 3 wrap up. I read 5 books this week, so let's just get started. The first one I read was the Read Me Romance podcast, which is Mated to the Reaper by Alexa Riley. This is the first book of season 2. This is a spin-off of their Virgin Blood series, which released in October, which I've read. This follows the Grim Reaper and Adriel. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it, and it's free on the Read Me More podcast, and I love that podcast. So yes, and it follows the Grim Reaper. Have you ever read a book that follows the Grim? I don't know, but anyways, I really liked it. And this is not for everyone. It is a romance, quick novella, so it is pretty steamy. So just be aware. And then I read Remedy by Kaylee Ryan. This came out on the 15th, and I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. This follows Collins and Grady. Grady is Collins' brother's best friend, and he decides to go away for med school, and then he comes back 5 years later, or some amount of years later, for what is his, I don't remember her brother's name, wedding. And before he left, they had a one-night stand, and yeah, it's their second chance. I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. Did enjoy it. And then I read River Wild by Samantha Towle. This came out on the 13th. It was supposed to come out on the 14th, but it came out on a day early. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and this book, just killed me. So many emotions. This does deal with abuse and sexual abuse and that stuff, so if you're not a fan of that, don't read this, but I thought it was very well done. And this follows Carrie and River, and Carrie just left her abusive husband, and she moves in next door to River, who is dealing with his own past. And yes, 5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. This is probably going to be so the new year I'm gonna do monthly favorites. And this is probably going to be my January favorite. One I would love. And that way, in the end of the year, I will have 12 monthly favorites, and I'll tell you all those. But, yes, but those are all the Kindle books I read. Now on to the other 2 I read, and then the one I'm currently reading. So these 2 are rereads. So the first one was It Ain't Me Babe by Tilly Cole, which is another dark romance dealing with sexual assault, sexual abuse, and yes, it is book 1 in the Hades Hangman series. This follows Styx, who is the president of the motorcycle club, but he is also mute, and May, who just ran away from a cult, and it's their love story, and I love it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and highly recommend this if you like darker romances. And yes. Then the second physical book I read was the second book in Hades Hangman series, which is Hearts Recaptured by Tilly Cole. This follows Kai, who is the vice president of the motorcycle club, and Lila, who is May's sister. 5 out of 5 stars. I really forgot a lot of the stuff that happens in this one. So I'm glad I reread it. And this one is a lot darker. I just feel so bad for Lila and what she goes through, how she looks at herself, and it is heartbreaking. But highly recommend this series. And this was also a reread. So, and the book I'm currently reading is Souls Unfractured, which is book 3. This was my favorite book in the series, if I remember correctly, when I read all of them. And this is Flames and Maddie's story. I'm only like 64% pages in, so not even a chunk in, but yes, that is what I'm currently reading. And yeah, but those are all the 5 books I read this week. If you've read any of these, what did you think of them? And what did you read this week? If you want a full review on any of these, just let me know. I will probably, as soon as I read all of these books in the Haiti Hingman series, I will probably do a book talk on them if you're interested. But it won't be spoilers because it won't be spoilers. I'm just telling you more in depth what each book is about. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.